I was not planning to make any more videos because I feel I make videos to try to stir up some riddles? Some shit, I forgot the word. Try to stir up the dead peacefulness of my life. Dead water of the peacefulness of my life a little. Try to make something happen through seeing by more people, but I don't feel like anything has ever happened as a result of me making these videos. How many hundreds of them have I made? Not a single thing happened so far. Oh, just one thing, one time. That was long ago. I wanted to make another video because I didn't want to express this in writing. I was looking. English is my second language, so for a long time I mistook the word dread. I thought it meant existential discomfort. I didn't know that it actually meant fear or worry or panic, something like that. I thought it just meant a existential level discomfort. So I would say I'm in dread, meaning I'm just feeling very, very, I don't know how to express that in another way. And then I realized it means just fear or panic or something like that, which I didn't want to express. What I want to say is just this type of profound discomfort. And then, so I don't have any more words. I need another word now. I needed another word to express this. So I had to go to Google and to search for a different word. A correct word. And then it gave me a list. Feeling down, upset, sick, tough. As I was looking at these words, I realized what I was doing. I realized an individual was searching for a symbol, a word, a language to express the feeling, the negative feeling of great discomfort. I just felt it's so, first of all, it is poetic. And then it's kind of ridiculous in a way. Poetically ridiculous. Or it's just very surprising. This is what I find myself doing, or this is what I find an individual doing. And a human, or I don't like to use that word, an individual is trying to find a word to express the feeling, the negative feeling, to express that they are feeling down. I think it's just very intriguing, very interesting. I want to keep this video short because just in case nobody watches. Anyways, there's no point in making it long. If I make it a long video and nobody watches it, then it would feel like it's a great part. There's a great part that's not watched, that's not scene. So if I keep the video short and nobody watches it, it would feel like it's a small piece that's not seen, which would feel better relatively, right? I didn't want to make this video. I feel this existential discomfort because I haven't found a word yet to have realized that all these videos, all of this video making has been in vain. Maybe I have been just talking into the void when I made those long videos or short. Those that I like a lot. Those that are just a little bit more mundane. As if there's no difference between them because nobody watched them, just me. Because I made them. I didn't watch them necessarily, but I was in the video speaking. I know which ones I liked more. But it doesn't seem to make a difference to this world where these videos have been poured into. The kind of feeling that you have been trying so hard to yell, to sing, and you want to be as loud as possible, and you want to sing as regularly as possible so that you get more chance to be heard. But then at the end you realize, no chance, no nothing, nobody hears you. There's no point to keep doing all that, and you have been doing that for a year, for 2 years, for 3 years. Nothing. Your song has not been heard. I see views of the videos, but it seems like most of them are just, if not all of them, are just strangers clicked into the video and opened it for a minute, for a second actually, 10 seconds, and then clicked off. Kept on scrolling. I thought dreadful meant very unbearable. That's the right word. Unbearable meant unbearable, but it actually just means something that's worrying, concerning. Dreadful, a dreadful day means actually, I don't know what dreadful means. I don't know. I don't remember. Filled with Ori, or what? It's just something related to that, but that's not what I feel. This is not the most negative video I have made, but it is the most heavy. I don't know, because this is the only video that when I'm making it, I don't feel like, I feel like I should not. When I was making all the other every single videos I have made so far, when I was making them, I was feeling like doing it. It felt like hopeful. Hopefully somebody that was meant to see it, somebody somewhere in the world was meant to see it and would find me, find me. Yeah, finally I found you, that kind of thing. Or finally I found them through this video. But that just never happens. Passerbys click in the video to listen for a second, for a minute, and then leave for good. Leaves, or what did I say? Passerbys or passerby. Left for good. That was it. This is the only video when I'm making it. I feel like cursing. But who to curse at? Curse at every single person in the world that hasn't clicked onto the video. I don't want every single person in the world to watch my videos. To curse at who? Curse at those that are meant to watch my videos that haven't found me yet. Still. And then curse at who? Curse at those passerbys that don't find me interesting at all and then click in the video and watch for a minute or a second and then leave. Like I'm nothing, like I've said nothing, like nothing I've said is of interest or what. I don't know, maybe this is gonna be the last fucking video I will ever post here. I'm really frustrated, which means sad and angry at the same time. It's a very common word, so I'm not getting it wrong. I don't know who shall I express this frustration toward. Like I said, who? I guess every single fucking stranger passerby that clicks into my video and then leaves. But perhaps I should thank them. Without them, my videos would have probably 0 views. Okay, those videos, some, to my surprise, get more than 10 views. Very few. But then nothing happens from that, nothing. Most of them are just click and watch for a minute or 5 or just significantly less than the length of the video and then leave. Should I curse at them? They're the only people in the world that makes me feel like I actually somehow, maybe in a way, more or less to an extent, I have been heard. But at the same time, why am I so angry? Because the thing I expect to happen, the only reason why I make these videos just hasn't happened yet. And I don't know if I should keep hoping. At this point, I just feel, I don't know. Maybe I'm meant to be dead soon. Otherwise, why? There is no echo coming back towards me. Like when you're yelling toward a valley, you expect echoing. If there is none, if I was meant to live, I think the universe would try using its minimum effort to help me live, right? But it feels like I have been trying with maximum effort to try to live in a way. Well, the universe just doesn't respond. The world doesn't. Nothing outside of me is trying to keep me alive. I'm the only person, honestly. I'm the person that wants to die the most. Well, I'm also the person that tries the hardest to freaking find a freaking way. And the way just doesn't show up. I try every fucking single thing to try to change what my life has been feeling like, and then it's like you keep throwing stones, big and small, or as many as you can, as heavy as you can, into a body of water to try to stir up something outside of that unchanging mirror of this water, and then it just keeps staying as a mirror. You have small ripples. Okay, I found the word ripple, not riddle. Tiny, and then the ripples, you are expecting some change, but the ripple just they're so small. There's just, however big fucking stones you throw into the water, the ripple just is first shallow and small and quiet, and then eventually it disappears back into that body of freaking mirror. And then you just keep throwing stones in it, and then just nothing happens. Okay, I am being too negative. I know it isn't what's happening. Might be what I sometimes perceive to happen, but I just feel I hate saying that. that I feel like I'm a fucking the most interesting person in the world. I hate saying that because it just makes me feel this helplessness, that the contrast between me being a most interesting person in the world and how there's almost no people in my life. That helplessness is immense. It's like you are an artist, you have absolutely, you are aware, you have absolutely most beautiful art in the world. And you put them out in the gallery and nobody comes to visit them. Nobody. Even though there are a lot of passerbys every day passing by your freaking gallery, nobody, and some people would enter it. Some people enter the gallery and then they leave as if they saw nothing. That kind of frustration. As if they were blind. Not that they were blind. It's not that feeling of that they are blind. It's just that feeling of you keep throwing freaking gigantic boulders into that fucking mirror of water, and only small ripples again, as if you weren't throwing boulders in it, as if you just threw a small what's the word? Pebble. Small stone into it. Nothing comes out. That kind of feeling. There is no way for me to start thinking that I am mundane, because I know what mundane is like, because I have been living in this world. I have met those people, and I know I'm different than them. I cannot start thinking in consolation that I am mundane. From which, as a result of which, then I would perhaps be able to find peace. Reconcile with this situation. So if I was mundane, then my life is supposed to be so. Nobody visits it because it's a mundane life. Unfortunately, I have met people. And I know I'm fucking interesting. I just know that. Even this video so far, it has been more interesting than I planned to. I never plan my videos. I'm a fucking miracle, man. World, you would have missed me if nothing shows up which caused me to die, which causes me to die, then the world, you have missed a ton. Or maybe not. Maybe that's what's meant to be, because this world is not compatible with my existence, is what I feel. So the world hasn't missed anything. I would finally I get to go to where I would belong. This fucking world is like that body of fucking water of mirror. Why would I expect anything out of it? Because I'm here. Because I am here. I can't possibly expect something out of anything else other than this world. Because I am in here. I'm in nowhere else. That's a very logical answer. Very, very reasonable. I'm a fucking interesting person. Just can't stop feeling that as I speak, as I hear myself speaking. I'm fucking interesting. I write a fucking... Just took a sip from my protein powder drink. I write a fucking fantastic level of fucking poetry. I contribute to the literature in this world a ton, and nobody reads what I write. You know, I once read a Nobel Prize winner, an Italian writer. I like his style because I resonate with it, because that's how I write. If he could get Nobel Prize, I should get it too. Well, I just know Nobel Prize. I don't know any other prizes in the world for literature. Maybe that will only happen after I die, but they do not give Nobel Prizes to dead people. I don't care, but I'm just feeling that I just have to die before everything I have put out there in the world get discovered. Maybe that's what's meant to happen. So actually that gives at least that's the only thing that now gives some purpose, some meaning in me keeping doing it. Maybe I write in such obscure, such abstract way, to such an extent that nobody would visit. It's just like this French writer who, you know, is super famous for having written 8 or how many scrolls of books, of stream of consciousness writings. Imagine him being into that. I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't know if he published his writings when he was still alive. You also can't say that I haven't published my writing. Otherwise, what the fuck have I done? Have I been doing? I've been publishing them just for free. You know, you gotta read them for free. To read him, you have to buy his books. To read me, you just gotta go to my blog. But again, I got off track. That's the other point of me putting out my writings. Perhaps less than half of the reason for me doing so was to be read, but more than half of the reason was for me to, again, for the same thing, to find those that I'm meant to find, or those that are meant to find me. Maybe they're not here. That's the conclusion that I'm coming towards. That's why I doubt that maybe my life is coming to an end. Because if trying so hard, in my most needing moments of my life, when I have stopped trying, when I have tried and stopped, and trying again, and nothing happens still. Well, actually, I have never stopped reaching out. I have never stopped. I couldn't. How would I be able to stop living for the only thing that I live for? I would have to stop living for it. Perhaps my writings get even less views than my videos. I don't gotta see that. Tumblr doesn't show me how many people read it. It better doesn't. It better not, I mean. Otherwise I'd be cursing out all those people. How could you feel your life not changed? Your soul not touched, your heart not shaken after reading a piece of what I would need to write, what I would need to say, what I would need to put out in the world. The absolute needs, or not, I'm not sure anymore. I know the world needs more people like me, but I'm not sure if it's ready for people like me. It absolutely needs, but perhaps it's not ready. I'll keep finishing translating the rest of the writings I have discovered, the old writings I have found that I had already published too. Not published, but posted on just a less international platform, or a not international platform at all. Perhaps some people would be able to do a better job, but I doubt it. I know my English pretty much sucks in this specific area. I know too little, too few literary words to be able to write directly in English. But I don't know, actually, maybe somebody could do it better. Would be able to translate my work better. I don't know. Perhaps I should post the original texts too. I don't know. This sucks. Trying to finish it. Actually, I feel great now. Alright, now this video is again another long one. Great. That's my style, pretty much. My style. I can't watch shorts. I cannot make shorts. My videos are just meant to be long. My writings are meant to be long. Actually, a lot of them are short, but they have very long sentences. I like to write long and complicated sentences. I like to make long and obscure videos. Complicated. Because that's the only way to be seen. Those that gets it, those that get what I mean, would get what I mean. Fantastic. Okay, thank you for watching. If anybody at all would watch and understand, would watch, not just watch, but understand, well, then that is the only thing I'm searching for here. Anyone that would watch and understand. Word for word. You know, I so envy, okay, I guess I'm not ending yet. I so envy those writers, they write, and then their writings get analyzed to details, to the most fine, what's the word? With the most details, when you read, let's say, an analysis of a famous writing or a famous poem, it gets analyzed. Awful details. That's what I want, that level of profound. understanding. I hope one day after I die, maybe somebody discovers my writings, and then, as if having discovered the treasure, they write a biography for me. They analyze not just this one person, but they would help spread the word, and then the world would get another world, but the world of literature, part of the world of literature would find me, would discover me, and then would analyze my writings, my poems, and in an awful lot of details. I like that. I'd enjoy that. That might happen, or not, or never. I don't know. I don't understand. Okay. Yeah, this person, Proust, how to pronounce his name, French. You know who I'm talking about. The most famous one for stream of conscious literature writing, with 8 or 9 or more books. I don't know if I have written that much in my life. I have filled many notebooks. Probably not 9, but I've posted a lot online. I don't know, collecting all of them. If not 9, it would be 5. They're not like him, they're not consistently in one style, they're in different styles. Notebooks and notebooks of untranslated writings. Maybe after I die, somebody would discover them. I don't know how. I can't imagine how. I can only imagine them going into my family's hands. Or if it was a fire that would kill me, then they would get burned. Which is great, fantastic. If you don't get the sarcasm. But I would be dead. I wouldn't care anymore. I'd be dead. I mean, not dead, but alive, because now I'm dead, I would say. I would call it that way. Now I'm dead. I'll be alive, and I wouldn't care anymore. In the world of the dead here, I wouldn't care what happens. What happens after I become alive. I wouldn't care what happens here. I'll be in heaven. So it would be the world's loss if I was really ever killed by a fire. I can't imagine how, but because there's no open fire in my apartment. I don't smoke. If my neighbor starts a fire, and I would only be killed by the smoke. By suffocation. My writings would stay intact. The notebooks would stay intact. Yeah, perhaps I should. Yeah, why did it never come into my mind that I should translate? Oh, I realized I use very, very specific, invented words when I write in my language, which is really hard to translate into English. Especially with my level of English. But perhaps I could try using this a fantastic translator. Not exactly fantastic, but it's even better than AI. I could try to see if it would be able to translate anything at all. Or maybe it's somebody else's job. I shouldn't do it. Maybe, like I said, after I die, somebody will be able to find these notebooks and then translate. Perhaps not all of them, because I don't like all of them. I think I would like more than half of what I wrote. But I got off track here. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't care. I only care about the only thing that I care about. Fundamental resonance. Destined lifetime connection. Perhaps I should have it in a different world, not here. Which is actually what I would expect. It does feel to me. Imagine the end of the world. You can't, because from your perspective, as if I'm talking to a mundane audience, which would be very in contradiction with like, it is not logical to assume that a mundane audience would be watching this video to this point. So I shouldn't assume in my mind that I'm talking to a mundane audience, because they wouldn't be listening. They wouldn't watch this video to this point. What was I gonna say? Let's just say from an ordinary, I hate that term a lot, but from an ordinary person's perspective, the world is not, they're not anywhere near the end. They're living their daily life. Everything's going well. Life goes on, for them. From my perspective, though, I feel like I'm sitting at the edge of a tornado. Everything is flying in pieces in the air, floating, flying, and I'm in the middle of them. In peace, though. What did I want to say? I forgot. I think I wanted to say this is how I feel about my life right now. It feels like that. It feels like some change is going to occur. Although my life appears to be the entire opposite. If you were watching me through a hidden camera, my life appears to be the entire opposite. It's so boring, it's so dull that I would just stay in bed all day if I could. But I don't have that ability. I would get hungry, I would want to use the toilet. And above all, I get sick of staying still and laying. Shit, I'm making the video too long. It's already 3. Fuck that. I would need to sleep in half an hour, ideally. But these days I fall asleep at 5, so should I still go to bed at 3:30 or not? I feel, yes, bricks flying around me. I am absolutely aloof. The word I learned from the translator, translating my work. Aloof. And then there's another word, longer and more complicated. I don't remember it. Started with the letter P, that's what I remember. I had never seen that word before. Means unaffected by something happened or happening. Done. Great. Great, it's exciting then. A very exciting life. Very exciting. Suddenly it's 40-minute long already. Last time I checked it was just 20 something. Thank you for watching and listening to my speech. Monologue. Better. I haven't found somebody that talks like I do. That is as literary as me. I don't even know if that's the right word I wanted to mean. Like that, somebody that thinks, that lives, that speaks in a way as if they were writing poetry. Literary, does it mean that? As if they were like writing something. People speaking plain words and words with no literary beauty. I don't do it on purpose. It's just how I am wired. There's a word, literalism. But I don't remember what I mean exactly anymore. Not going to use it here, but just in case if it's relevant here. I feel good right now. I feel great. So I might just continue making videos or not, I don't know. Maybe tomorrow I'll be dead, who knows. Oh man, I am so freaking enchantingly interesting, intriguing. You find no other person as interesting as me. At least I haven't found anybody like me. I have talked with thousands upon thousands of people, I guess. Maybe not that many. Maybe just 1,000. I haven't encountered another soul. Intriguing and awe. I mean, like, in my way. Not, I mean, like, I hope I didn't hurt anybody's feelings by saying that. I just meant that somebody that would get me so effortlessly. I have only met people that I have to go out of my way to explain effortfully what I would have said. I'm still fearing that they wouldn't have got what I've said. I haven't found somebody that would just get what I mean, like instinctively. To whom my words aren't obscure. who speaks the same way, who speak the same fashion. I don't know. I don't mean that literally. Just I don't know how to put that. The soul of true resonance. Well, the universe created me. I'm saying that poetically, not literally, because I don't think anybody created me. I existed like everybody else before everything. But now, since I am created, I was created. I'm a creation. I have been made, created for a reason, for a purpose. I mean, not just random. I'm not randomly generated. I was not generated. I was intentionally created. That's what I wanted to be, created with an intention. So that actually is extremely consoling. I wish I was really creative. I could talk to the creator. At least in that sense, I am never alone. Like, at least my creator is in total resonance with me, because the entirety of me is a part of them. I wish I believed in the traditional way of, in the traditional God. Could think about it that way. Just for for a temporary purpose. That's right. That's the correct phrase I wanted to express, I guess. I feel really great right now. Great. Unexpected. Great. Thank you again. That was 15 minutes. I want to thank you for listening to my theoretical monologue. Theater. Did I say the word correctly? Theory. I wanted to say theater, the adjective of theater, but I guess I said the wrong word. But you got what I mean. Thank you, universe. For whatever that's gonna be. I am all excited.